Alright, Cody's over here working on a Tinkercad project to be 3D printed. His brother's got experience with that, so he's helping him. Alright, we're going to start a Shaper 3D project to reproduce the floorboards for the Kitfox into a two-dimensional image in Shaper 3D so that we can then have them cut out of carbon fiber by Send Cut Send. So the first step was to trace it onto a piece of paper. Now we're going to lay out a grid that we can use as reference to measure distances in on all the curved parts. And then we're going to reproduce that grid in Shaper 3D and transfer our points of reference to draw the lines to connect them. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this out. Then I'll show you guys how I'm going to transfer those measurements into Shaper 3D. Alright, so now we're doing the right floorboard. So I did the same method where I traced it out, created a grid, and then each spot that has a curvature I've measured up and over to put a dot at that spot. I'm going to transfer these all into the computer and we'll end up with a nice floorboard shape for the carbon cutout. So these are patterns that I made in the computer and have had cut out by Send Cut Send. And these are just templates to make sure that they fit right. These are all going to be made out of carbon because they're going to soon start offering that service to cut the carbon. So these are the templates for that. And while I was making those, I'm also going to do my rear baggage compartment. I'll probably leave the middle one that's already a composite honeycomb board. I'll probably leave that the way it is. But the back two pieces that are wood, I'm also going to do those out of carbon. Make them stronger, thicker carbon than the wood, and they'll weigh less and be stronger. The one board that was installed in this, and you do it right at the beginning, for those of you that are getting into this build, you know what I'm talking about. When you mount the pedals, there's a board that goes under here, and that was going to be the only piece of wood left in the plane. And it wouldn't have, it's also the only one that shows. So when you have the carpet in, that's the one board that shows. I couldn't let it, I just couldn't do it. So I went ahead and pulled that out. You can see the mess that made. I had to take all the pedals apart, undo all the brake work that I've done, which is really agonizing because the firewall's on and it was so easy to do all that brake work while the firewall was off. And I'm not taking it off again. So I'm going to have to put all this back in with that confined space. So I'm leaving the sides of the firewall off that I need to put those closeouts in. I'm leaving those off until I get all this back together. But it also leaves me kind of hung up on finishing out the interior and that whole section of the plane until I get that piece. Okay, I've been waiting a long time for this one. About 7 months as a matter of fact. But I am very excited to have it here. And it's really, I haven't waited on it. Like, I'm not waiting for it for the project. So the timing is pretty good. I might have done a little bit of work to the seat pan, but what we have here is the upholstery kit for the Kitfox Model 7 from Kitfox. Oh man, those look fantastic. So there you have it. Seat pans, or seat cushions. These have to do with the seat pan also. There we go. And here's the side panels. And these do have the map pocket in them and the registration pocket. So I learned that actually at Reno last year. You do have to have your registration displayed so that if you look in the aircraft, it has to be visible. So that'll satisfy that. One for the other side. And then the floor mats with the stick boot. And this, that's really cool. I didn't notice that. This has a little, looks like a phone pocket. So that will sit on the slanted portion. There's a little pocket there. That's something they added. That's pretty cool. I like that. And same thing on the other side. So you got two little floor mat pockets. That's a nice touch. I appreciate that kind of thing. I didn't know that that was going to be on there. So there you have it. That's what you get in your interior kit from Kitfox. Man, this is going to look super nice once it's in the aircraft. Alright, I just set everything in here so it's not, you know, the material's not tacked down or anything, but just get an idea what it looks like, what it's going to look like. Pretty damn sharp interior. So we're going to go ahead and cover the console with the same fabric, and then these down tubes back here with the fuel lines and everything, those will be covered in that fabric. Glare shield will also get that fabric, and then of course the floor mats there, they're going to go in basically along the floor, around the stick boots and everything. It's going to look super sharp. Little baggage compartments here. You've got these plexiglass covers that are actually pretty darn heavy. So these are going to be made out of carbon fiber. And instead of doing a hinge, I'm just going to attach them to the bottom of the seat with the Velcro. So when you lift the seat, that will come up, so the support will be actually on the seat. Like that. Because you can't get in there without lifting the seat, and when you lift the seat you probably want to get in there. So position that so that works out. Then we don't need a hinge in there. This big of a baggage area, your cargo can shift back and mess with your CG a little bit. So I wanted to put a net that came down basically to form the original size, but also have it so I can move it back to get the extension back, and then fold it down completely if I need to put something long in the baggage compartment. So I was just going to build a little cargo net to go in there. Then I got to thinking about some of the other things that I carry in the aircraft, like a first aid kit, you know, just little stuff, and decided to make kind of a MOLLE. I don't know if you guys know what a MOLLE system's like. instead of making just a cargo net, I made a cargo net with a MOLLE strap system on it. And then I got these little bags, so I'll have a first aid kit, and then these other 2 pouches that I can put like my portable radio in or whatever. And then this is gonna hang basically in here. All right, so that's about what it's gonna do for me here is you'll be able to attach it right about at the seam here for the forward baggage position. And then you'll be able to undo it and then attach it back here to give you a little bit more baggage. And then you'll be able to take it completely out, take it all the way to the back baggage area if you have something long. I got these pouches off of Amazon. This one's going to be a medical or a first aid kit. And then I'll probably go with a handheld radio, maybe some, I don't know, we'll see what else it needs to be in there, maybe a little toolkit or something. So those will all be kind of permanently in there. It won't be part of the weight and balance because it does come out. But I thought it'd be a really cool way to divide the baggage area is to do that MOLLE strap system so that I could hang bags on there and those bags come off. This one's actually on a Velcro strap, so you can just grab the bag and rip it off the net if you need to get to your first aid kit. So it's coming out pretty good. I got a lot more work to do doing the attachments. Let me show you what I'm going to use to attach it to the floor. So you guys are probably familiar with these luggage rings, if you're into aviation anyways. You push down, they slide into a luggage rack rail in, you know, cargo type aircraft, and then you can slide it around to change your connecting points. They're very robust. I got some that are a little lighter weight than those ones. I picked up these ones that have an aluminum piece to it, so these don't weigh very much really at all. And then I found, instead of doing a track, because I actually have 2 designated points that I want to attach the cargo net to, I found these single point mounts that I'll put onto the floor panels, and then this will just be able to drop in like that. And so if I want to release that cargo and move it to the back position, it's just a matter of pushing down this button. So no, you know, clips or anything, it's just that easy. You just undo that by pushing down on it, move it to the back track, and again, these are aluminum, very lightweight, not adding much weight at all to that system. Alright guys, so one of the other things that needs to be done on the plane is I need to put the brakes and the rudder pedals back together. I took all that apart to get this front board out because I'm decided to not have any wood in the plane, except for in the wing. But I'm going to take this and replace it with carbon. So I took the board out just so I could make a template, well, and also replace it once it comes in. So I put the template in the computer. There'll be a whole video on how I did all this, but I got the template and it fit just fine. And so when they were able to do it, I had Cut Send, who's starting to offer the carbon plate cut. I went ahead and had them do this. So I had Cut Send cut out of carbon plate that same template. So here's my front floorboard. And not knowing what they had to offer and trying to get some samples and find out thicknesses and finishes, what I did is I tried to just match the thickness of the piece of wood. So the wood's just shy of an 1/8. It's about an 1/8 inch. And so their options were 1/8, 3/32, 1/16. That's about the different thicknesses in this range of what we're looking at. They also have 3 different grades. They've got an eco plate, a structural plate, and there's some other plate. It might even have Kevlar in it. I'm not sure. So anyway, I asked them for something structural and something an 1/8 inch thick. So they cut this as a test for their new machinery, and they sent it to me. It turns out it is really, really strong, very stiff. It will probably work fantastic. However, it's actually heavier than the wood. So that was a little disappointing. The wood's about 1/6 of a pound, or 0.6 of a pound, and the carbon on here is about a pound. So it's actually heavier, which, you know, one of the things we're trying to accomplish with the carbon fiber is to be stronger and lighter. So I'm stronger, but I'm not lighter. So the 1/8 inch was probably overkill. So what we've done is we're having them cut the next piece, one of the floorboards, at a 1/16. And I'll have them, once I get that, I'll compare that stiffness and everything to the wood and then see if that's the thickness we're going to go with, is 16. 16th will be half as light as this carbon piece. It's going to be slightly lighter than the wood. So overall, you figure those 5 floorboard pieces, if you're saving a 0.1 per board, you're going to save about half a pound. Long time coming on this stuff. Been working on it for quite a while to get the rest of the carbon fiber pieces from Cut Send. Like I mentioned before, with the butt rib closeout, or butt rib end pieces that I did out of carbon. There's a new service that's being offered by Cut Send. And I'll show you what we got here. Ooh. So that is the baggage compartment. There's the remaining pieces for the front floorboards, left and right upper boards. We've got another box. Show you what we got there. I love the way Cut Send packs this stuff. It's always in really good shape when it gets here. I never had anything damaged in shipping from them. So. Plus, you can use those little flat cardboards as good practice paint templates. All right, so this is the other front or middle floorboard, and then these are going to be the covers for the baggage underneath the seats. The Lexan covers that came with the seat pan are really heavy, so I made these, and those are going to be much lighter. All right, so like, I'll show you real quick. This is the aft baggage, like that. That'll be sweet. And we've got floorboard, another floorboard. I've already got one piece that we got as a tester, and then the under the seat pieces. So I'm going to cut these out, and we'll set them in the airplane. I still have to drill the holes for the mounting on them, and that wasn't something I wanted to put in the CAD just because it's going to be aircraft specific. So the drilling to mount it to your tabs will be something you need to do specific to your aircraft. I'm not going to do that in the CAD. Alright, so this is the first panel of the extended baggage that I have going into the airplane from my extended baggage system that I did. I went ahead and put these cargo hooks, and that is going to be for that net I was talking about earlier to go on there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish drilling these up. I put the holes in for the baggage one. I'm transferring the holes over to the back piece for the baggage that's underneath here. And I'm going to get the baggage installed first, and then I'm going to do the floorboards. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you what the baggage compartment ended up looking like. So a couple things that this can do. You can undo these 2 screws, and this board back here can fold up and attach to with a Velcro strap that I'm going to make off of these. You can attach and block out the back baggage like that. But I've also got this Molly strap cargo net that I've made that's going to go back here, that I may need to go with a little thicker carbon fiber or add some structural support underneath this one, just because it's got a little bit more flex and no supports in between. So I may run a support back to the mounting point on those. Other than that, cargo compartment's all done. I did do these quick release cargo mounting points that I talked about earlier. Those are in there. So it came out really nice. I'm real happy with it. Your normal cargo bay for the Kitfox stopped right there. So I'm adding all that extra cargo back there. Granted, there's CG limitations that will calculate on that. But the biggest thing you can do with this is put something long in it, like a snowboard, a fishing pole, a rifle, slats, whatever you have. So it came out really nice. Real happy with that. Next I'm going to get to mounting the carbon fiber floorboards in the front, and we'll get some more video when I get progress done there. All right, so after all of that work, here's the final product. We've got carbon fiber floorboards, carbon fiber seat pan storage covers, carbon fiber baggage compartment, carbon fiber rib closeouts, carbon fiber looking window support, and carbon fiber looking panel. I've got carbon fiber, a little circle I made for the fuel valve, another one up here for the parking brake. So I'm really working to get that Carbon-Fox name legitimate. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. But anyway, this came out great. I think the cockpit looks so clean. So just the carbon fiber just makes it look very professional, along with the upholstery that you get from Kitfox. I mean, it looks just really high quality. I'm really excited about how this thing turned out. I'm very proud of it. What I want to get you guys' opinion on is the side panels on the console. So the console, because the way the rivets were done to hold in the bracketry underneath this, I couldn't do a wrap on the center console because it would have come up over those rivets and not looked good. So I went ahead and did this Synergy suede upholstery on that. And I can do the Synergy suede on the side panels that are made out of aluminum also. So just be Synergy suede all the way over. That black Synergy suede is going to get really dirty. You're going to be kicking that probably a lot. So I'm kind of torn whether to do that or take those side panels that are out of aluminum, use them as a mold, and make it out of carbon fiber. It's just extra work and time right now. I mean, I could also obviously do it later, but if I cover that with the upholstery, then it's harder to get it off later and use the aluminum as the mold. So give me your opinion. What do you think? Synergy suede all the way around on the console, or just on the top with carbon fiber side pieces? And I know a bunch of you guys are going to say just make the whole console out of carbon fiber, but it's actually a structural piece as far as it holds your flap lever, your adjustable pedals and everything. So there's probably some engineering that would have to be done there. And it's kind of a complicated piece underneath with everything that hooks to it. So I'm not going to make this part out of carbon fiber. I just don't want to do that. It seems like it's not worth the weight savings. So, but anyway, I want to get your opinion on the side panels, carbon fiber or Synergy suede. And if this is something you guys want to do with the carbon fiber, I am offering this. So go ahead and check out Bowen Aero. The website I'll link below, and you guys can put all this carbon stuff in your aircraft also. Basically, there's 4 kits. You got your carbon fiber floorboards. There's 5 pieces. Your front one that goes under the pedals, you want to make sure you order that before you put your pedals in. Otherwise, you have to take them out. And then the other 4 pieces are the middle boards on both sides and the aft boards on both sides. Overall, those 5 boards save you ½ a pound, but it also is a finished quality floor. You can throw a piece of grip tape down on here and a boot around the stick, and you don't need the floor mats, which would save you an additional £1.5 pounds right there. The underseat storage covers, you can order those. These alone, just those 2 pieces, save you 0.7 pounds. And that's why I did these, because the Lexan covers were so darn heavy. So those are available. And then the extended baggage, I kind of showed that earlier. If you guys want to do the baggage extension the way I did it, those are available also. If you want to have your baggage extended just to the back of the middle board, that's already offered from Kitfox, and I would suggest getting that from them because they also modify the sock, the baggage sock, to fit that extended baggage, and you don't have to do any sewing or modification. But if you want to go all the way back and you want to start with a standard kit, extend the sock yourself, those 2 floorboards are available, and it makes for a really nice finish. I didn't do the main board just because it's already pretty lightweight with the honeycomb construction. The only difference is it's fiberglass instead of carbon. You know, fiberglass with, I think it's probably balsa wood in there. I'm not quite sure what the honeycomb layup is on that. But that's already a really lightweight board. I didn't see the point in doing that out of carbon. So that's it. You know, that's how it came out, and couldn't be happier with it. So if you guys are interested in this, you know, go ahead and check out the website. And I'm going to stop talking now so I can get back to work on this carbon fiber cowling.